Hi, I'm Hillary Willard, and today I will be talking about Chinese culture and ulcerative colitis. Let's talk about food and culture. What is the cultural aspect of mealtime? Well, in China, breakfast and lunch are typically eaten pretty quickly. Now, this is due to the rush of responsibility, such as school and work. According to Kelly from China Highlights, the most important meal is dinner time. She even said that after dinner, many families stay 30 minutes or more for extra time to talk and play games. What all do the Chinese eat? First of all, fresh food is very important. Often they will go to market and pick up fresh egg, soybeans, rice, small amounts of meat, and green tea that is unsweetened. All of these are listed in your book on page 234. How do they cook it? Most of the time, food is cooked on a wok. On page 234, the book describes a wok as a round bottom pan. Now, in this pan, they will often cook it with the stir fried method. Because breakfast time is such a very quick meal, they will often drink something such as soy milk because it's nutritional, it's quick, and it'll allow them to leave and get to work on time. Lunch and dinner are very similar for the Chinese culture. They will often eat stuff that is like steamed rice or noodles with their meal, pulled pork or some other type of meat, and vegetables such as Chinese cabbage. The main difference between lunch and dinner is that lunch is eaten very quickly to allow for time to nap, and dinner is eaten slowly and it's a time to enjoy with the family. Snacks are not very healthy because they are often picked up from street food or food trucks. So they consist of hot and sour soup or cotton candy, which is filled with sugar. Now let's talk about ulcerative colitis. It's an inflammatory disease that affects the colon. An important thing to note is that the large intestine becomes chronically inflamed with ulcers all on the lining. This is often talked about along with Crohn's disease. What are the symptoms? Well, diarrhea with blood and mucus is common, abdominal and rectal pain, along with fever and weight loss. Now, this is not something that is comfortable, but it doesn't happen all at once. It is a very slow process. How does UC affect nutrition? When bowel's absorbent surface area becomes inflamed, it often needs to be removed. According to the book on page 316, this can cause malnutrition. Now, another thing to note is that if somebody is in pain, they're often not going to eat as much. Or if they are in pain, they may not be able to eat because of the pain medication. Ulcerative colitis diet plan. Somebody who has this is definitely going to need to take in a higher calorie amount. They're going to need to avoid lactose, and a low fat diet would also be helpful. Now, an important thing that they're going to need to do is cut out fiber, or at least have a very small amount of intake of that, because it will reduce their frequency of having to use the restroom. Low salt can also help with their water retention, and to definitely get rid of gluten. Gluten is not going to be good for these people. To help our client enjoy their meals in the most simple way and the most common way to be as close as what they're used to would be for them to replace their pork with salmon, to get rid of that rice and noodles, which is gluten, and reduce it to shredded spaghetti squash. Now, instead of having hot and sour soup as a snack, it could also be helpful for them to replace that with carrot juice. And for their cotton candy, which isn't healthy, they could have a banana smoothie instead because potassium does help people who have UC. I would like to give a very special thanks to all the references that I was able to use to put together this PowerPoint. Again, thank you.